Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe. We're going to talk about this breaking news that just happened just a few hours ago, 4 hours ago. Something that I've been following. It's the case of Vicky White and Casey White. They are not related, but Casey Cole White, or just Casey White, is a murder suspect, and he's on the run. Vicky White is a corrections officer over in Alabama, within a jail, and she spent 10 days on the run with this Casey Cole White, and they pulled this escape off within the Lauderdale County Jail. So on Monday, which is today at around 7 o'clock, she died from self-inflicted gunshot wounds, and that was based on what an Indiana coroner had said. So they have, you know, made it several states away, and she died in Evansville over at the Deaconess Midtown Hospital. And I have a lot of friends in Evansville. It's just one state away from where my family is, where I'm from. And also they went through Tennessee, where I have family. So they were captured, like I said, in Evansville after a pursuit of a crash. And the reason I'm telling you this story is we think about our narcissist. We try to figure out, should we stay? Should we go back? What if a Hoover comes? Do we reverse Hoover? And this Casey White probably had more than just being a narcissist. He definitely had narcissistic tendencies. And there's also comorbidities within these mental illnesses. Sometimes will overlap, flip flop. A lot of things are going on in their brains. And so she had given up her house. She sold it for $95,000. It was worth like $250,000 to $300,000. And this is 2022. So if you're watching this now, you know about the housing market right now, how usually you get way more than your asking price right now. So she probably could have gotten $300,000 to $340,000, $350,000, and she sold it for $95,000 because of the manipulation of this prisoner. So she was supposed to retire. It was either that day or the next day, depending on, I got two different sources. I think it's the next day though, according to NBC News. But either way, it was probably, the next day either wasn't working and that was her last day. So she gave up her pension, her future, and I've been really watching this because it's been upsetting to me because, he is such a dangerous man, a capital murder suspect, even, shot the family dog. And, there's two kids in the house. He didn't give a crap. There were kids in the house. And I believe it was his wife that he tried to shoot. And his only remorse is, that he wasn't as successful as he wanted to be in the crime that he did. So he did say, he called, according to CNN, it said that he said, y'all help my wife. She shot herself in the head and I didn't do it. So they're going to be able to tell the different angles, gunshot wounds, if you're right-handed, you're going to do it this way. You're not going to go that way. So they can kind of figure that out. So he did say wife. Maybe they're portraying wife. He didn't realize that they were, busted. But that's either a lie, because they're not known to be married. They do have the same last name, but it's I didn't do it. So we'll find out if this is accountability or the truth. And she had given up everything, probably fell in love with this guy. I believe it was a 2-year relationship that they had. And it's not known to have been sexual or physical, but, she wanted to help this person for whatever is inside her, whether it was she fell in love with him, he didn't take accountability and did some word salad to where she's believing that he's innocent and just feels bad for him. But she went on the run with this guy. And, trusting him, that she's safe with him. He probably promised to protect her, and they worked through some schemes. She let him out pretending to transport him somewhere. So she's acting out of character. Like, that's her career, uh, either that day or one day away from retiring. That was her career for probably, I don't know, it says several times, depending on how old she was when she got into it, but 20, 25 years, at least several years. And just risked everything for this person who most likely would have killed her. So here, according to Newsweek, it's the day she was expected to retire, the day of the escape. So time was of the essence. So that's why she sold her house for so cheap. And it started on April 29th. They were on the run for 10 days. And she was supposed to be, she was supposed to be transporting this prisoner for a mental health evaluation. And he never had that evaluation. So that would have been really, really interesting to see what they would have found out. So it was the last day before her retirement time. He avoided that mental health evaluation. So he probably knew, like, something's up. He didn't know if he would pass it or not, probably. And it's said that they had a special relationship. So they made their way to Indiana. They left behind a vehicle that was identified in Bethesda, Tennessee, and just ruined her entire life. So they were suspected of using aliases while they were on the run. And he was a capital murder suspect, like I said. And she used aliases to purchase the car. So she's doing stuff most likely out of her character. So, they were easily found within 10 days. They made quite a few mistakes. She was buying underwear at like a sex shop for him. So they abandoned Vicky's squad car over in Lauderdale County, and they discovered the SUV that she had gotten as a replacement, and they just left a lot of trails, and it's so sad that she was 5'5", about 145 pounds, blonde hair, kind of stood out. He was super tall, and they're doing an autopsy to see. But just be aware that narcissists, mental illness, they can trick you into doing things so out of character. And it kind of bothers me that she did this for somebody. She had emotions for him. She had emotions for him. So she acted on her emotions, whether they were best friend emotions or love emotions, gave up everything. And she was putting herself at risk. He probably would have killed her. But in the end, she ended up dead, and it's just something to think about. So it was just some breaking news, what mental illness and manipulation can bring to somebody's life who is, in the beginning trying to do the right thing, just listening to someone, and all the word salad and the guilt tripping they put on us, the games that they play with us, the toying with us, the intermittent reinforcement. They get us to do crazy things. And that's the crazy making. The gaslighting is the crazy making. And that was crazy for her to go to such extremes to let somebody who is on capital murder charges for 75 years. So that's a long time. Murder's usually like 25. And, I'm not sure. Maybe he did. That would make sense if he killed the 2 kids too, which I hope he didn't. But he definitely manipulated her, because 25 years times 3, that would be 75 years. That would make sense. So I don't know. Just stay safe, guys, and look for red flags. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd like to help you along the way. Don't always just chalk it up to narcissism. Research the other mental illnesses too if they don't have a known diagnosis. And just, there's red flags. There are red flags. I mean, her red flag right there was he's awaiting capital murder charges. It must have been where he killed all 3 of them. So please like and subscribe, comment below. And what are some of the red flags that you've seen and some of the outcomes? Remember the karma, like her karma, she did something wrong, you know, she did, but she did it out of emotions and caring for somebody, and it destroyed her life. So his karma, you know, his karma is coming, but try to stay around healthy people, and big hugs to you guys.